So today we're going to look at the review of the Neo Geo Mini. This is the 40th year anniversary edition. June of last year, back in 2018, SNK did announce that they're going to launch these. This is the Japanese version I have in my hand here. There's also an international version as well that also was launched. And this is just part of the whole craze of the mini consoles. As you guys remember, NES did it. There's the SNES console, Commodore did it too. There's a ton of them doing these mini consoles. So, of course, Neo Geo being a very, very strong brand back in the arcade days and still is today, they've come up with this cute little desktop gaming device. So with that said, guys, enough chit chat. Let's take a closer look at this lovely little Neo Geo Mini. Now, my first impression is it starts right at the box, the packaging. The guys at SNK have done a very good job of creating a box that you definitely will not want to throw away in the trash when you get this game console. I mean, you have the Neo Geo logo, it's nice and colorful. You have the red, white, and blue tabletop there on the side with the classic Neo Geo red, white, and blue colors that if you're familiar with these game systems, especially the arcades, the red, white, and blue would definitely stand out for you if you know about Japanese SNK game systems. The back here you can see all the games that are installed on this thing. As you can see, there are 40 good games on here, which we're going to look at in a second. It just is a lovely looking box. This is something that, as an avid collector like myself, you would definitely want to keep the box as well. Put it up on the shelf. When you're not using the game, maybe store it in this lovely box. And hey, who knows, if you want to resell these down the road, I'm sure if you keep the packaging, you can really resell these for a good penny. So here's the lovely box. Let me just take it out here for you guys to see. That's nice. Just the unit. What else is in here? I have a manual and some other stuff, and that's it. So in this box here, let's see what we have. So in the box here we have a charging cable, right? USB charging cable. And nice, we have some stickers that you can actually put on this. And here at the top here we have some marquee stickers as well that you can actually use. And we have the Neo Geo SNK sticker here. Let me just take them out so that you can have a closer look at these stickers. Wow, so that's nice. It's the Neo Geo sticker. And here we have a Neo Geo Mini sticker here as well. And here we actually have some gamepad stickers, so you can put this customizable, I guess, a skin over the control panel. Because here are the holes for the A, C, B, and D buttons, and your start and select is here. So you can actually peel this off and put this on the control panel on the game system. So as I mentioned, so as we saw earlier, these two stickers you can pick either one of them for the marquee. So right here along the top is where you actually put your sticker. So this is one option that you have, and here's the other option that we just looked at earlier. So with these marquee stickers, you can, whichever you like, you can just stick the one you want on the top here, along the top here. Personally, I like this other one over here. This actually has a couple of, it's like the box art for Metal Slug and King of Fighters and whatnot. I prefer this one actually, so I'm going to actually stick that above there. Now, one downside to this is that the marquee is not backlit, but not bad. I mean, for a console of this price, it's still pretty neat to have those stickers along the top, right? It gives you that arcade look and feel. And our instruction booklet. Now, although this is a Japanese version, they have been nice enough to have the instructions here in, well, at least the front of the book is in English. When you open it, it gives you in Japanese here all these specs, what the HDMI port it looks like, the controls and everything, and there's even a website here, an SNK Mini website you can go to get more information. But then, have no fear guys, there's an English version at the back, right here. It's in English as well. Okay, so this is what we're all waiting for. That, my friends, is the Neo Geo game console. Now, I must admit, this is cute. This is a cute system. So if you're not sure how big this is, really, here's a typical PlayStation controller, right? So you can see the size is pretty comparable. But just looking at it, I just love it. It's cute. The international version doesn't have these lovely red, white, and blue colors. Actually, I think it's like a blue and a gray and white. There's a picture of what the international version looks like, and as you can see, it's the same like device, exactly the same thing, but just different colors. So on the left-hand side here, we do have a port for an external gamepad. Now there are Neo Geo proprietary gamepads that work with this. Now up to this point, I have tried trying to use other gamepads with this. It doesn't work for some reason. It only works with the Neo Geo gamepads. And just as a quick word of advice, I would wait before I even get the controllers if I were you, because they are pretty expensive. Personally, I would just get one of these. I wouldn't get the controllers. But if you do, you can get the controllers for these as well. I will have links to those as well below this video. Speaking of links, everything you see in this video, I will have links where you can get these all online on Amazon below this screen, below this video, sorry. So anyway, on the right hand side we have the right side controller, external controller that you can connect right here. And at the back we have the Neo Geo power switch, right? And here we have an HDMI out port, because you can connect this out to a TV screen, big flat screen TV, of course. You can connect this to. Here we have a 3.5mm jack. Thank you very much, guys. And here we have USB Type-C port for charging the device. Now, what's good is that I like this USB Type-C because in addition to charging the device, I'm sure, and I have to do some research, you can eventually update firmware on this thing and maybe put other games on it. Seeing I have this port here, I'll experiment and let you know how successful I am doing that in the future. Nothing on the top. This is lovely blue finish, and these things here, these are rubberized feet, of course, so it doesn't slide off the table. So we have our, of course, our red, green, yellow, and blue SNK action buttons. It's like SNK's signature color button configuration. You have start and select buttons here, of course. Now, and here we have two external speakers. You can tell by the holes here. There's external speakers left and right here. And here we have the joystick. Now, I've read a lot of feedback on this joystick from people. Now, first off, you don't hear any clicking, right? Right. This is an analog joystick, fully 100% analog. So there's no clickiness. There's no, you cannot feel an the 8 directional slots, nothing like that. It's purely analog. But funny enough, a lot of the feedback I've been reading on the forums is that the response and actual gameplay with this analog joystick is actually very good. People initially thought, oh, gameplay is going to suck with an analog joystick playing Neo Geo games and the action games and the fighting games and stuff, but actually it's pretty good. So we'll find out that for ourselves in a second. if that's truly the case. Now the screen on this thing is about 3.5 inches. Yeah, it's 3.5 inches of screen, which is great. Now dimensions, roughly 4.5 inches wide, just under 4.5 inches, actually about 4.25 inches wide. Deep, we have here, what are we looking at? I'll say just under 5.5 inches, and from a height perspective, we're looking at 6.5 inches. Yeah, all right, and it's comfortable. It's actually, for my man-sized hands, I can access the controls here, and I can manipulate the joystick pretty easily. Now, it comes with this, right? I want to let you know it does not allow you to install batteries. As you can tell, there's no battery bay, right? You have to connect this to a live USB source to get power, which is one con. So if you're thinking on that road trip from New York to LA, you can take this in the car and play with it because you can put batteries in it. Don't panic yet, because you know what? You have this cable. You can go to any hardware, any computer store and get an external battery pack that you would normally use for charging your cell phone, and you can provide power to your little Neo Geo Mini while on the road. One downside, of course, is that you're going to have a cable and an external battery just sticking behind this thing, but you know, if you really needed to play this on the road, you can still do that, right, with an external battery. Other than that, this is mainly designed to be a desktop game console. Hook this up to your laptop, or if you have a PC or whatever, just hook this up and you have unlimited power to play your favorite SNK games. Now, for the purposes of this demonstration, I will actually use my little battery pack here to power this up, just to show you that you can take it with you on the road if you don't want to just hook this up to your laptop or your PC while it's stuck at your desk. So let me just connect this into my battery pack. I think it's fully charged. This is a 5,000 milliampere one, but of course you can get larger ones now, like 10,000 milliampere hour or whatever. But plug this into the back here. Okay, let me see. I do have, yeah, this is fully charged. That's good. Okay, so let's just move that out of the way for now, because our focus is on this gaming system. Now, I must admit that with this analog control, gameplay is very good. I have good control of the character, and what I find is very important, because it has these rubberized feet at the bottom, these rubberized feet right here, you can actually easily maneuver using the joypad and the system doesn't move, right? Because it is a light system, and if it didn't have these rubberized feet, it would be sliding along the table, so I would have to spend time making sure that the system remains stable by holding it with one hand while playing it with the other hand. It would be kind of awkward because I would need to be able to use these buttons. It just would be confusing, a very bad experience. But because I have that good traction on the table, it doesn't move, as you can see, right? So I can focus having my left hand control the joystick while my right hand controls the action buttons. Now, another thing I'm going to say is that the screen quality of this thing, it's lovely. Like a 3.5-inch color screen. The quality of the graphics, I don't see any pixelization. There's no ghosting of the sprites while I move. And it's pretty much backlit pretty well as well, right? The lighting is pretty good on this not really backlit, but you know what I mean. It's bright enough. The images are bright, they're crisp, they're clear. Everything moves smoothly. Now, what I found is that with this system, when there's a lot of activity on the screen, it doesn't slow down. It doesn't really seem to slow down. I find like on some other emulated systems, when you're playing games like Metal Slug, where there's a lot of sprite activity on the screen, the system starts to slow down a bit, right? Because the hardware, it just cannot handle that level of processing, right? But with this game system, it seems to do pretty well. Seems to be handling itself pretty well. Okay, here we go. It's a little bit of slowdown, but hard to see. Alright. Now, one of the other things I realized about this game, it does not have a physical volume key. So if you want to adjust the volume, what you have to do is press both the start and select buttons, and then you go into this settings page here, and here's where you can set the brightness, and there's 3 levels of brightness. The default is on 75%, and the volume here, you can actually set the volume here, right? And the volume there is 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of volume as well. So the default setting is 50% of volume, right? So you can adjust it, and then when you're ready, you can go back into your game by pressing the yellow key, and you go back into your game, right? Now, some people will like to have a physical volume key. For me, I don't mind, because it's really easy to get to that function. You just press these 2 buttons, and you're good to go. Anyway, guys, so what I'm going to do now is just do a quick run through and show you all 40 games on this system to give you an idea of the quality of, and how well they look on this lovely screen. So enjoy. Hi guys, so I hope you enjoyed that last video. So a couple of things before you leave. Number one, subscribe to this channel right now. Click on the button that says subscribe below this channel right now. And number two, like this video if you like it, be honest. And number three, I want to hear some comments from you. So let me know what videos you want me to do, you know, what particular product, if it's a game, just leave a comment below and let me know. That way I can give you better content going forward. Now, one other thing, you should subscribe and you should also check out the links below this video too, because I have links to where you can get all the products that you see in my videos online at great deals, as well as links to my website as well. So by going checking out the links, by definitely subscribing, you also will be understanding how you can be eligible for giveaways, right? So I'm going to be doing all kinds of cool giveaways on stuff like what you see behind me, you know, Game Boy accessories, you name it. And that's another thing as well. In the comments, let me know what giveaways you want me to do as well. So that's it, everybody. So quick recap: subscribe, leave your comments, and definitely check out my website as well. So by subscribing and going to my website, you'll understand how you can participate in the giveaways. Of course, one of the requirements is you have to be subscribed. So it's a no-brainer. So anyway, guys, till next time, happy gaming.